G'day guys, it's Mason here once again coming to you on a Saturday afternoon here. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I certainly am, and because this topic I want to talk about this afternoon is about Donald Trump becoming the 45th US president. So quite a big day for Americans and, well, the globe obviously, because what America does affect the world and pretty much everything. So it's happened now, and who would have thought, 3 months ago, especially with the way that the mainstream media abroad and even Australia depicted Donald Trump. So against the odds, he's risen to become the president, and here he is now, and it's now reality. So the next 4 years will be interesting how the world is, especially with some of his policies, which we'll touch base in a minute. So one of the first observations that we witnessed was obviously like the turnout wasn't quite as big as Obama's 2009 and 2012. His inauguration, even his re-election as president, quite a few thousand people down, or maybe even more, going by the pictures we can see. So it was sort of an anticlimactic in terms of the rally sort of point of view. His the things that he said. So it was pretty much your typical nationalist sort of conservative sort of speech. Wasn't anything really out of the ordinary. There was a few things that were quite interesting that he said. One of the things he said here, one of the quotes on one of these websites, he said, "The crime and gangs and the drugs that have stolen too many lives and robbed our country of so many unrealized potential. The American carnage stops right here and stops right now." So we can see here that from that quote there that he's big on tackling crime and drugs and the underbelly of America, so to speak. Obviously, the way that the things have been legalized, the drug crackdown, he's looking to continue and maybe crack down even more on, the drug trafficking syndicate. So that's, it's obviously a bloody hard job. So, he's going to have his hands full of that. And some of the other things, another big thing obviously was about the jobs. So he's obviously very big on having jobs for everyone, like the Americans, and as much as American labour as possible. So another thing he said here says, "We will bring back our jobs, we will bring back our borders, we will bring back our wealth, and we will bring back our dream." Another quote he said during the speech. Again, obviously that tells me that he obviously is a big player in local jobs by local Americans. So he wants to cut down obviously on your 4, 5, 7 visas, your immigration, your refugee sort of policies in terms of them being able to get jobs easily. So that's another but we've seen that coming from him. He said that for months before the presidential election. So it was definitely something we could see coming. And the other thing with the borders, obviously he's been big. One of the early big sort of controversial topics that he talked about was building the wall to Mexico. So as far as we can see, he's not backing down on that policy. So again, we'll see what happens there, especially if the Mexicans going to pay for it. So we'll see what the old Mexicans have to say there. So it should be interesting. Like everything on. He says here, another quote, "Every decision, trade, taxes, immigration, foreign affairs we made to benefit American workers and American families. We must protect our borders from the ravages of other countries making our products, stealing our companies, and destroying our jobs." So again, big on the foreign policy in terms of other countries and other people from other religions and countries having being able to manufacture like products, and again stopping the immigration refugees from coming in and disrupting their lifestyle. you know, he wants to keep it as American as possible. So yeah, that's definitely was one of the big talking points there. Another thing he was big on talking on here, as we can see, he's talking about infrastructure a lot. He said here is another quote: "We will build new roads and highways and bridges and airports and tunnels and railways all across our wonderful nation. We will get our people off welfare and back to work, rebuilding our country with American hands and American labour." So again, yeah, he's obviously keen on doing up America's old transport and road system. Again, that's going to cost a lot of money. The US already in enough debt as it is. Billions still, I believe. Maybe it might have been trillions before, but yeah, well, you know, that's obviously going to cost a lot of money, and obviously it's going to cause a lot of headaches for the motorists in America. I don't know what their roads are like. I've never visited there, obviously, so whether they have any diversion sort of roads so they can go on while these new roads are being built or upgraded. Hopefully that's the case, but yeah, so he's looking at doing up the old infrastructure and transports. And the other thing was the welfare. So yeah, he obviously believes that most people should not be on welfare and receive like how Centrelink in Australia. They should be, you know, being able to work a job. I haven't really seen if he's with people with disabilities and that. As I work in the industry, obviously I can see that people with certain disabilities are unfit to work. So in terms of how Trump sees that, I'm not sure. I guess we'll know as time goes on. So yeah, these are the main sort of talking points I like to sort of just bring up here. A couple of things as well that obviously I'm a big I'm very much into my environment and weather policy. I'm not sure whether he's going to. He hasn't really brought up much about the climate change and weather policy, greenhouse gas emissions, carbons. You know what's happening with that. America is still a big user of carbon. So yeah, I'm not sure what his stance on the sort of climate change policy. Obviously, I'm not to say that. I certainly don't always believe that humans are to be responsible for climate change. I think I'm a big believer in cycles, and we go through a warming and cooling transition period. So that hopefully soon in the coming days we'll be able to see, or months or whatever, see if he has any sort of stance on that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Just in conclusion, then I think, you know, give him a go. Like obviously there's been a lot of you know, with the media, the scrutiny and the at times unfair, you know, criticism of his so-called wrongdoings with, you know, with the women and all that. I think we should just put that to the side now and just see how he goes for the first 100, 200 days before we make any sort of evaluations. You know, Hillary Clinton, well now, you know, she sort of went into hiding for a fair bit there after the announcement was made, and she rocked up and she looked a bit sour grapes, to be honest, but, you know, tough titties, she lost, so, you know, that's the way a cookie crumbles. So yeah, that's interesting times we live in now, guys. So looking whether it's good or bad, it's certainly gonna not be boring by any means. So yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think as well. Just tell me in the comment section below what you guys think about Trump and what you think this means for America and for the world, Australia, where we are now. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what happens here, and I'll certainly be making more videos about these issues as certain topics and policies come to pass. So yeah, so that will do right now, guys, and hope everyone enjoys the weekend, and I'll be coming up with some more videos about some different topics very shortly. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to doing that. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.